Researchers at Shanghai Children's Medical Center say they have linked mutations in a specific gene to relapses in childhood leukemia. They spent several years on the research, and their study will be published in the British science journal Nature Medicine.
The finding could eventually help doctors prevent relapses, which are the leading cause of death in children with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. Our reporter Song Wenjing has the story.
Shanghai Children's Medical Center says it treats about 200 patients with newly diagnosed acute lymphoblastic leukemia each year. The disease causes cancerous, immature white blood cells to overproduce in the bone marrow and continuously multiply, causing damage and death by inhibiting the production of normal cells. Here in China, 70% of students live for at least 5 years after diagnosis, but the survival rate drops quickly in the case of a relapse.
一旦复发以后，不管国内国外70%到80%甚至更高的病人，可能都没有治疗机会。
For patients with relapsed ALL, between 70 and 80% of them are not able to survive for 5 years. For now, we have 2 ways to treat such patients: chemotherapy and stem cell transplant. But the results are not satisfactory.
Over the past few years, Li and other team members conducted genetic sequencing of stem cell samples from 160 Chinese patients and 220 German patients. They discovered that drug resistance and relapses are closely linked with mutations in the gene called PRPS1.
每个病人涉及到他的出发时候的这种骨髓样本，然后缓解时候的样本。
The samples were obtained from patients' diagnosis, remission, and relapse periods. The ages range from 1 month old to 18 years old. Now, around 13% of relapsed ALL cases are connected with genetic mutations. The research results provide us with clearer direction in early diagnosis.
复发的这些基质进行深入的研究。
Leukemia is the most common cancer among children, accounting for about 1/3 of all cases. Researchers say based on their results, their next steps are to develop a more effective diagnostic reagent to test for genetic mutations, as well as new medicines.
We would like to extend this discovery into other diseases, and concurrent to our study, there are many other labs studying this pathway. The most recent discovery suggests in other diseases, this mechanism also relevant to solid tumor, which has a broader implication not only for childhood disease but also for adult disease.
Shanghai Children's Medical Center says it will set up a specific laboratory to study stem cell therapies. Song Wenjing, Shanghai Live.